Today, I just wanted to share my experience of freezing my starter last year, and I'll explain why I did that in just a second, and how I have got it revived back. And I just fed it this morning, getting ready to bake another loaf. It's been a while since I've done a sourdough video. Last June in 2025, I decided to take a break from baking bread for a few months, which ended up turning into almost 6 months by the time I got back to baking bread. But what I did is I froze a little bit of my starter in a little jam jar and just stored it in the freezer for June until about November of 2025. And I had read that you could do this, but I never actually tried it. So it took a little while after I thawed it out to start being active again. And it probably took about a week. So on the first day, I thawed it out, and on the next day, I fed it with a 1-to-1 ratio. And nothing really happened. It didn't double in size. I didn't get any bubbles. So I did a discard and started again with another feeding, another 1-to-1 feeding. And then I think on the third day, I did like a 2-to-1 feeding. And by about the fourth day, I started to get some bubbles showing. Not enough to double in size, but I got a little bit of activity. About the fifth or sixth day, I definitely started to see more activity and things were getting much better. By the seventh day, it looked like it used to look like the old starter that I had. If you're planning on doing this, you can definitely save your starter. And I found that just putting it in a little jam jar like this was an easy way. I know you can dry it and put it in wax paper and seal it up and freeze it that way too. But if anybody's curious if this worked, it did for me. I could definitely recommend doing it this way if that's what you wanted to try. Just be patient. Give it about a week, 5, 6, 7 days for it to start getting active again and start being robust enough to make a bread. Now, I will say that the first 2 loaves I made with it were not as good as I'm used to getting. And now I'm just back to baking bread again for the whole part of this winter. So it's February 2026 now. I just fed my starter this morning, and it is already starting to bubble. By this afternoon, it should be ready to bake a loaf of bread. The other thing that I wanted to share was it's been about almost 2 years since I baked a just plain loaf of sourdough bread on the channel. And I have changed a few things in how I'm baking my bread and the techniques that I'm using. So I'm going to make another video this month. I've had really good success lately. Very happy with the crumb, the crust, and the whole process of baking the sourdough bread. So if you're interested in seeing the next video, make sure you subscribe. And if this video was helpful to you, please give it a like, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.